The Indian Brand and Leadership Conclave, organized by the Brand Story, saw a significant gathering of industry leaders and experts, celebrated outstanding achievements and contributions in various fields, honoring brands and individuals with prestigious awards in different categories.
I would like to invite our special guest, Shri Sameep Shastri, the Vice Chairman of BRICS Chamber of Commerce and Industry, BRICS CCI, President of BRICS CCI Young Leaders.
Let's watch an exclusive interview of leading brands and leaders of the nation.
When the floods happened, we started discussing what next can be done. We spoke to the Indian Army. They were very supportive. The Raiwala cantonment in charge that time. The Colonel really helped us to move things to Chamoli. It was more like a crowdfunding that we did under the Lal Bahadur Shastri Welfare Organization, and then we had a lot of CSR funds from the corporates. And I'm very proudly, I would want to say that everybody in our community stepped up, and whatever they could contribute, whether it was books, whether it was ration, whether it was shoes, clothes, we collected truckloads of it and we were able to supply at the time of need. And we've been doing all kinds of natural disasters from our organization. We're trying to support whenever something happens in India. So it is a privilege to help those who are in need, and I believe we'll continue to doing the same as long as it is required. Oh, frankly, my memories are, he passed away in 66, I was born in later 80s. So my memories are more of a stories. You know, people grow up with the stories of Ramayana and Mahabharata. I have grown up with stories of Shastriji. It's somehow it's unbelievable, you know, to see a person so honest, so ethical and dedicated to the country, that I wish even if I'm the 1% of him, I would be more than glad, and I'll feel that I've served the nation. We're doing our best as a family, as a person, myself, to serve the nation as he does. And I strongly believe that, you know, it is a shoe that we'll not be able to wear ever, because he's more like a godly figure to me rather than just a grandfather. I frankly feel, my association, I'm more of a right-winger, I'm an entrepreneur. I really support the ideology of Bharatiya Janata Party. I've been associated since 2010. My mother has been there since early 90s, and she's been given 30 years to the party. So it's more like a family for me, and I really support the policies. And honestly, my family has been very supportive. So we have people in Congress, we have people in BJP, we have people in different parties, and all of us respect our opinions, and that's what is the primary importance for everyone. As a candidature, as a person, you should be opinionated, and I am, and my thoughts are aligned with the Bharatiya Janata Party. See, it's very difficult to do trade with China, as you rightly pointed out, but you know, there are necessities like semiconductors. We are not producing, we are importing from China. So there are a lot of products which I can mention that are being imported. So bilateral ties is a very different political subject, but economically, if you really think about the Chinese industry, they have penetrated the entire globe, whether it is salt to the steel, anything under the sun, they are there, and we are doing the same. So they are definitely a competitor, and when and where required, we work in hands together. So it is just a little political difference, but I think it will definitely get resolved. See, I frankly feel Indian education system is one of the strongest. I was very fortunate to study abroad after my CBSE, and I see the new education policy. We have a very, very strong base in terms of education. Yes, we do need more practical exposure. We need industry visits. We need more practical knowledge, and write kind of accounts where investments are also taught to students. But these changes are definitely coming soon, and we will see the new India, because now we are talking about the youth, and we will see the change. And education is the spine, it is the bone for any foundation. So we will be seeing the change, I believe. See, it is one of the greatest achievements that our government has done, and I feel that, you know, the speed that we are moving from AI to blockchain to other technologies, digitally we are growing drastically. Now we don't have to carry a physical Aadhaar or driving. So it's for the convenience of people, the public, and I feel it's a change which will take time to get adapted to, but it is an important change. See, documentation have to be preserved. There's always a pros and cons of what we do, but as we face the problem, we recover from it. Like COVID, nobody knew, but we developed the vaccines, and we work towards it. Similarly, in cyber security, cyber threats are something which will come with Digital India, and we are already working towards it. Today, when you traveled lately, and when COVID happened and was traveling abroad, a lot of my friends said they have this piece of paper saying they're vaccinated, and I was very fortunate to have a digital copy of it, and which really tells you how much we have grown leaps and bounds. And the UPI itself is the biggest example how fintech has grown in India. So we're a generation who's ready to accept the change and digitally adapt to the new India. See, both are very, very different. Social entrepreneurship is something which you do out of a lot of passion, and because you're getting nothing in return, to be very honest. And politics is something which you want to do for yourself because you want to serve the nation, definitely. But as rightly pointed out by a lot of leaders, it is about getting fame, it is getting about getting recognized, and that is something which every individual is looking for. And I also would like to get some of it and working towards it. And what are my other goals regarding this? I think it is not a one-word answer. There are so many things that I work towards to fulfill both my requirements, and there's no perfect strategy for anything. See, the startup culture is a great initiative, Atal Incubator Centers to training modules to all the venture capitalists and angel investors. A big thank you for them to creating a platform where they're able to do the right kind of mentorship and right kind of funding. But somewhere down the line, it's just the beginning, right? And as I said earlier, that there are a lot of changes and adaptability that is required. We are talking about learning, we're talking about new policies that will come in. Right now, the current policies do support the startup ecosystem, and I think we'll see further more changes that support it, because that is what the way forward is. Because we are entering a society and economy where specialization is the most important thing, and I think startup culture really and innovation really supports it. See, our government is already opening up. We have a lot of FDIs, 100% FDIs that are coming into infrastructure and real estate. See, defense sector is something where our Honorable Prime Minister is already promoting Make in India. Our first and foremost goal is to promote Make in India, strengthen our economy. If you see him talk about any economic trade, we try to trade in rupee, and that's what we are looking for. We want our country's economy to become the third largest and probably the first largest economy in the world, and we are working towards it. And we will somehow or the other, see that change, and looking forward for that change. I personally believe on one thing primarily: your network is your net worth. I've read it somewhere and I strongly believe it. Go and network, stop that hesitance, try and connect with people, whether it's through social media, whether it's personally. Just start talking, and I think that will make a lot of difference to you and your growth.